drowning. There's been a whole lot of trying, whole lot of crying, whole lot of telling me I should be dying and be like you, but I don't wanna be like you. There's been a whole lot of trying, whole lot of crying, whole lot of telling me I should be dying and be like you, but I don't wanna be like you. 'Cause I could do better. I could do better. I could do better than that. And you should know better. You should know better. You should know better than that. You're telling me I should go places. You're telling me that I'm too lazy. You are the one that is going crazy. Yeah. 'Cause you can't even hold your own, but you always know what's wrong with everyone else. How is that? You gon' have to call your friends. Tell them that you're gon' be late. 'Cause I'ma need you to explain. There's been a whole lot of trying, whole lot of crying, whole lot of telling me I should be dying and be like you, but I don't wanna be like.
Hey, I'm texting and posting and happy Sunday. Welcome back to Em ALL Sis, Through the Fire, depending on how I'm feeling. So my producer sent to me earlier today the topic, picking up the pieces and getting back to you. And it was under Em ALL Sis. And I said, let's run Through the Fire today. And then I just posted Em ALL Sis. So whatever the fuck I'm feeling on whatever week I'm feeling it, that is what you're going to get. So welcome to Em ALL Sis and Through the Fire. I am your host, Erica Alston Buck, and it is Sunday at 8:30. And welcome. And I'm in a different space. If you were here last week, oh my God. Hey, Karen Brookins. Hey, if you were here last week, my sound went out, my signal went out, and you guys stayed on all night. My signal went out 10 times last week, and you guys, thank you. Hey there, Eric. You guys stayed on, and hey there, Linnea. I am welcome back, everyone. I am feeling especially good today. I've had a great week, and I've had a wonderful weekend. And it's all about tonight's topic. I know you guys, most of you are just nosy as fuck and are checking in to see what's happening in my life. But it's okay because I share, and I'm trying to get situated here. So one of the reasons why I am in a different scenery is one, last week. Hey there, Kanika and Anika. Welcome back, everybody. Whatever reason, my signal in my office has been really bad since the fire. And I'm hardwired in there. And then last week, after I kept getting knocked out, I was not just hardwired, but I was also on Wi-Fi, and it just was a shit show. So that's one reason that I've changed my location. I'm not in my original studio. The other is I've posted several pictures this weekend that I was on my sofa, and I didn't fucking feel like moving. So I'm still on my sofa. So the pictures that I usually post of my TV area, that's here. And back behind me is my kitchen and the rest of my house. So I am in my happy place on my sofa. And it was a great weekend. So we are talking tonight about, hey there, Sylvia Jenkins. We are talking about picking up the pieces and getting back to you. One moment. I need, my phone is doing a lot. So in complete transparency, you guys know that I am back. I am dating Em ALL Sis, and I'm not even sure that I want to. So a lot has happened, and a lot has transpired. A lot has evolved since the fire, and the energy and effort and emotion that I had to commit to dating them all ain't here. It's jungle out here, and it makes you wonder how you keep from going under. What the whole fuck is happening? So now I understand, I was smooth sailing, rotate them all. I was smooth sailing, and you guys were saying shit like, "Are we all?" And no, Anika, please don't take me serious, girl. I will always have enough energy for the men's. I'm just getting reacclimated. Yeah. So okay, we're gonna catch up. Cackle. I'm going to catch you up as I normally do on my week and the all that have been dated. And tonight's topic again, I'm sorry, why I be sitting on the couch. Tonight's topic again, guys, I don't know what the fuck, I can't remember shit. Picking up the pieces and getting back to you. Thank you so much. Because I posted, so I've had some revelations. So yes, I am entertaining a few good men. I'm cracking myself up tonight. So yes, I'm entertaining a few good men. And I have made some revelations about myself over the past week. I have made some commitments to myself over the past week. And when I shared some of them, some of you asked, well, how the fuck did you jump back in? And that's what we're going to talk about tonight, because we've all, if we are completely honest with ourselves, we've all had moments when we said, fuck this shit. I got so much to do. I'm not doing anything. Right. And I'm going to tie that into dating, because some of the revelations that I've made are associated with the type of people we attach ourselves to. And then I also want to talk about the difference between settling and compromising. We're going to have an interesting evening tonight. Let me start with the difference for me between settling and compromising. I am open to compromise. So those of you who've been following me for, what does Miss Owens say? All I can see is, I don't have my context in. Is this considered a rebound? No. They find me and watch the show. Shh. No, because I'm not seeking. Okay, I'm going to talk about that. Thank you. And when I get way off track, remind me of Miss Owens' question. Okay, so I had to think. So those of you who have been following me for a while, my list. And those of you who are committed to finding your person, you also have your list. I have asked that when making your list, you don't make any of your check boxes physical, because I believe that we limit our dating pool, we limit our choices when we say he's got to be over 6 feet, unless you're fucking 5'10", 5'11". Like, why do you need a fucking 6'5" banker? He's not in the fucking NBA. Like, and that's a physical preference, and you can have preferences. I don't think that they should be deal breakers. Okay, so that's where I make my difference between settling and compromising. I think when you say fuck it to your deal breakers and start seeing someone or dating someone or staying with someone, that is settling. I think when you say, well, these aren't the things that aren't deal breakers for me, and this person doesn't have those things, that's compromising. So I don't settle. Deal breakers for me, not being an alpha male is actually a deal breaker for me. And I need you to lead in areas of your life, in your relationships, at work, in your circle, and you be the authentic version of your confident self in all areas of your life. Right? Wishy-washy men are deal breakers for me. Men have the ability to present as alpha men, And then as your relationship evolves, you're like, this beta motherfucker, this wishy-washy, whatever you want to do, let you do, say, I can't do that. I can't do that. I really don't like, ooh, I really don't like to date men who don't have children. At my age, like 50 and over, if you don't have children, not little children. I don't, please, for God's sake, don't have anybody under fucking 12. But men who don't have children, I think, love differently and don't understand completely us active, engaged, hands-on parents. Like there may be instances where I've got to do something with Kiri, for Kiri, with Andrea, for Andrea, for Kai. And men who don't have children don't understand you placing your children before them. Like it's weird. I think men without children are a little selfish. And that's just me. These are my revelations. So I don't think that you, now if I say a deal breaker for me too, a deal breaker for me is men who work 9 to 5s and have to put in time off requests to go. I can't do that. Because if I say, oh my God, we should go away this weekend. And you have to, oh, well, when I get to work tomorrow, I'm going to put in a time off request and I'm going to see if I can get time off. Or, I already used all my vacation time. I can't do that. I can't do that. Y'all should see my producer back there. She is dying. Does anyone agree with me? Like that might be fucking pretentious and superficial, but those are deal breakers for me because I don't live by any schedule. And if I want to, let's go away tomorrow. Oh, so let me bring you into man number 1. Okay, we have to name these people. There is something flying around. I'm so sorry. I had my fucking deck door open and little things got in here. Okay, man number 1. We'll call him, hey there, April. We'll call him Martha's Vineyard. You want to know why we're going to call him Martha's Vineyard? Because, okay, I started off today saying that I didn't have the effort and energy and emotion to commit to dating them all. So I've been very lazy with it. If you are seeking a relationship, if you are trying to date and be outside, you can't be lazy with your approach to dating. This is a fucking full-time job. So if you're on multiple dating platforms, you got to respond to people. You got to read profiles. You got to block motherfuckers. You got to, there's a lot of shit that goes with this, right? So someone asked me, how do I narrow this shit down? I had 811 messages, like my first 24 hours. I don't have time to be going through all that. So if they don't have a profile, I don't give a fuck how fine they are. If they didn't take some time to write something about themselves, it's a no. So I don't respond to you. I don't care how fine they are. Sometimes that's difficult because if you want to date someone, hello there, Miss Milton. Heavy on the you can't be lazy. Thank you. So narrowing down my search, it's exhausting, a part-time job. It really is. I don't engage with people who don't write profiles. I don't engage with people that have one picture. I don't engage with Judge Your Mama, high school diploma only. I don't want that. If it says high school diploma, I don't want it. You could be a very successful, great. Go find yourself someone who likes men that have high school diplomas. I don't want to do that. I don't say anything. I do not like right swipe, whatever the fuck, with barbers, hoes. I do not right swipe, like, give a heart to firefighters, hoes. I do not right swipe, heart, or like truck drivers, hoes. So that's half the list right there. So all those people, goodbye. Judge your mama. And if you want the barbers, the truck drivers, and the forklift operators, and those motherfuckers that got to put in a 2 weeks notice to get a day off, I will send them your way. Carrie told me, Mommy, please go back to dating wealthy men that take us on vacations. You got to listen to your children. That's what Carrie said. And Andrea, I'm talking to my producer. When I say Andrea, I'm not talking to Woog. Woog is my daughter, Andrea. My producer's name is Andrea. Andrea, Carrie said, he's giving, and I'm not going to say his name, we called him the imposter on this show. She said that the last one was giving imposter vibes, which only meant broke. Compromise. And you guys who have followed me regularly, you know that men present one way with me, and we out and about, we whining, we dining, we traveling, we doing all this stuff, and that motherfucking money run out. They can't keep up. You gotta watch them. Watch them, girls. What is Linnea saying? I have one of those broke and jealous. All right, so all that out of the way. Okay, so let's get back to Martha's Vineyard and this part-time job. So typically, I am scrolling and right swiping and left swiping and blocking motherfuckers 2, 3 o'clock in the morning when I can't sleep. I check it sometime during the day, and what I'm bad about, when I check it during the day, I don't typically get back to people, so I'm looking like a lunatic because when I do respond to people, it's 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning when I can't sleep. So Martha's Vineyard had sent me a message a week ago, and I'd respond hours later. Then he'd send me another message. So he's 6'4", right? An engineer, lives in New Jersey, divorced, 2 sons, 17 and 12, just missed it. Works out. We'll get back to that. Works out. It's very important. I didn't realize how important that was until this last rodeo. Great conversations, traveled. When we're talking, I can always find myself asking questions. I want to know more. Sorry, my Claritin ran out. It says 24 hours, but Claritin only works for 12 hours for me. Sorry. And I would guzzle what I have to drink, but then I'd be drunk on this fucking show because the only thing I have next to me is champagne. I'm not one of your social media friends, but I got the same vibes about 7 just from seeing one picture of him. And I don't know why we used his real name, guys. He's the only person we didn't give a nickname to. Y'all ain't shit. Zyrtec? Okay. Him tried. And I don't want to make this a bashing session about anyone because he's a great guy. Anyway. Compromise. So, Martha's Vineyard. And because I'm so fucking lazy, ladies, if you're doing this, you can't be lazy because you missed the ferry, literally. So we're talking, conversation's good. We're actually going out tomorrow. I'll get to that too. So we've just been, all the fireworks are going off in Havertide Grace. Isn't it so nice to know that's not fucking gunshots? Can y'all hear it? Yeah. They're not shooting. So he sends me a message and he goes, Erica, it's been really difficult to connect to you. And I just needed you to know that today is my last day on the site. I'm letting this go. If you want to connect off of here, just let me know. And I sent my phone number. And he called, and he was driving, and I'm like, where are you? And he lives in New Jersey, close to the New York, and he's like 45 minutes away from New York. You guys know I live in between Philadelphia and Baltimore, so I can date from New York to. I don't like DC. I don't like Virginia. Because I'm not driving anywhere. So I don't do DC or Virginia. I do Baltimore, Delaware, Philadelphia, New Jersey. Right? I don't even do Columbia. Columbia, do you know it's 2 hours for me to get to Columbia? I'm not going to fucking Columbia. So I called him. No, he called me, and he's driving to get on the ferry to go to Martha's Vineyard for the weekend. And he said, had you called me yesterday, you'd be getting on the ferry with me. And if he could have seen me, I fell on the floor and rolled around like a fucking 3-year-old. I want to go to Martha's Vineyard. Carrie told me. So I've been chatting with him all weekend while he's at all these fucking great parties and events on the vineyard where he goes all the time, whereas 12 and 17-year-old don't want to ever go again because they've gone so. That's the motherfucker I want. I want the man whose kids don't want to go to Martha's Vineyard anymore because they've gone too many fucking times. That is what I want to do. So he was going to stay until Tuesday, but our conversations have been so great that he's getting on the ferry 6 o'clock tomorrow morning, and he'll be back to New York and then here to me by 5. We're going to dinner tomorrow for the first time. So date them all. So we're going to call him Martha's Vineyard. Call him Martha's Vineyard. Our first date since I'm back is tomorrow. But there's 3. So then there is what do we call him? You guys can name him. I'll tell you about him. He is over 6 feet tall. He's the vice president of marketing for an IT firm. He travels a lot. He's never been married and doesn't have children. I don't know what kind of car he drives. Doesn't have children. Is sharp. Like attire, I love that shit. I was saying to him, like, I don't shop a lot. Like this shit, let's call him Mr. IT. Boom. The shit that I've had for a long time, right? I really have not bought anything since before my fire. Like I've not shopped, I've not bought anything. So we're having this conversation about shit being old, and he said that Bottega bag's not old. So there's this orange bag that I carry. There's no label on it. It doesn't say what the fuck it is. It's one of those if you know bags. And he knew. He also said something about my necklace in my picture. He says, I love Van Cleef. If you don't know this, you don't know this. You don't know what the fuck this is. You just said no children is a deal breaker. Nope. I said, I don't prefer. I said, they're selfish. And let's finish talking about him. Kanika, let me finish. So, Mr. IT, we talk every day. So strangely, every time I think about him, he calls. Now, he knows that I'm busy right now, so that's not going to happen. It is so weird. He crosses my mind and my phone rings. It's really strange. Every fucking time. He told me to stop being weird. Okay, you ain't met me yet. You don't know fucking weird yet. So, and a thing that was hot about him, outside of his fucking attire, he is like so sharply dressed in every picture. So when we did like move it from the app to the phone, he was like, "What are you wearing today?" So the pictures I send y'all in the mirror every morning, I just send those to him, and then he'll send me a picture, and he's like, like the picture looks like I know he smells like. Oh my God. And he's tall. Both of them are very tall and very handsome, right? And we haven't made any arrangements to date. So to go out yet. It seems like you really like Mr. IT. No, I'm on the fence about Mr. IT, and I'm going to tell you why. I think Mr. IT is not distracted, but I think he's probably dating them all, bruh. Right? Even though he crosses my mind, he calls. We don't engage a lot. We connect maybe twice a day, which is cool. But in the beginning, when you're trying to get to know someone, like there's more community, there's more text, more. So he's really like evasive. But I like that too. So now I feel like but I won't fucking call you. Ladies, don't fucking call them. Men will show you that they are interested in you, and they will show you that they're not. They will show you, Erica, when you're a placemaker or something to do when you ain't got nothing to do. Men that actively pursue you, you have no question about it, right? So no, he's not asking me out. He is super busy. He also doesn't have children and lives on that Montgomery County PG DC side of the world. So I asked, does he own a home? Because now what we also know, and I've said this shit before, and I've compromised before, so now I cannot settle for it. Listen to this now new deal breaker. I can't date men that live in apartments. That's right. Miss Cox. Miss Cox? Is that Buna lady? Yes, it says lady, yes. Don't initiate any of that. I'm not. So, Mr. IT. Oh, do you want to? Why, sis? Why? What are you asking me why to? Tell us why. Oh shit. What? Two people are saying why. Why? What did I say? I'm sorry, guys. Oh, you don't date men in apartments. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. You the prize, baby. Absolutely. Why don't date men in apartments? I'm 52. Right? Why don't you own a home, sir? Like it is like one of the first things you do when you're able and capable. One, like when I was going through the fire and the flood and all this shit, and people just kept saying, "Sell it. Why don't you sell your house? Why don't you sell your house?" If I don't have anything else, I have at least $500,000 to leave my child. Right? It is Black folks' introduction to generational wealth. It is Black folks' opportunity for legacy. Like, if nothing else, my kids will have a home, right? So if you are 50 and over and you have worked and we're not, it's a statement of stability. Thank you. I owned a home. Now I rent. Now I rent. Plans are to buy again. Right. You have a plan to buy again once your baby graduates, but you have a plan. I am talking about 50-plus-year-old men living in an apartment with no plans to do anything but live in that apartment, and have been in these apartments for a very long time. Remember the one that lied and said he lived in a condo and it was an apartment? Like, if he thought living in an apartment was cool, he wouldn't have lied and said he lived in a condo. Even they think something's wrong with living in an apartment. I just think, yes, like I think Anika said, it's a statement of stability. And at 52 years old, I'm no longer interested in risking stability. Right? That's now a deal breaker for me. I'm not dating men to live in apartments. Do y'all know I never spent the night over Seven's house? Seven lived in an apartment. Yes, he lived in an apartment downtown. Ooh, I feel confined. I don't like apartments. That is why I was on the fucking rooftop every night when I was at the hotel. The hotel felt like I was in a closet. So I don't like that. But yes, the same. Let's break generational wealth restrictions. Yes. Okay. So he has a home in DC and a condo on the Maryland side, Mr. IT. Okay. And from you can clearly see, like from when I take my mirror picture, you can see how big my house is from the mirror. So his mirror selfies makes my house look like Seven's apartment. So we're good with that. However, he's not doing enough for me. So I'll let you guys know next week how that works out. And he hasn't asked me out yet. But what keeps me hanging on is when he said where he lived, I was like, that's pretty far from me. I don't do that. He said our dates would just have to be longer. That was a good answer. Because the fuck if I'm driving to PG, Montgomery, Bowie, wherever the fuck, I gotta stay. What's Miss Scott saying? Or is that Mr. Scott? I'm only 21 and will be 22 this year. I plan on having my own house by 25, 27, but I do have an apartment now. As you should plan on buying a house. Absolutely. Oh, that's Marquise. Hi, Marquise. Yes, absolutely. Yeah. So I'm reacting. My producer is reacting because 7 whole days is here. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't you post to him. 7 whole days is here. Hi, dear. Are you married yet? How's your girlfriend? What is my child saying? Andrea's here. I said the same thing once upon a time. I never wanted to date a man living in an apartment. That is my child who owns a home. Right? Good. 38 and I own 2 houses. Thank you. Most men I meet have excuses as to why they haven't purchased. Just as you said, excuses. And this is just my deal breaker. Like if you want to live with a man, fuck with a man in an apartment, knock yourself out. Certainly, I've made some exceptions. I've made an exception for 7 whole days. But 7 whole days, now that you're here listening, don't put his comments up here. You know that I know why you are where you are in relation to your divorce and your shared co-parenting and where your child lives. Don't play with me. Don't talk on something. Anyway, so Mr. IT is not putting forth enough effort for me right now. Oh, and another thing that makes me hang on with Mr. IT is you guys know on Fridays, my first stop when I leave work, well, before I get home at exit 85, which is the exit before me, I stop at the wine store and I buy 2 bottles of champagne for the weekend, one for Saturday, one for Sunday. And we had this whole conversation about champagne. He loves champagne. A lot of men aren't champagne drinkers. Like women are Prosecco champagne drinkers. Like not a lot of men. So he says, I keep my wine fridge fully stocked with champagne. Who the fuck does that? Like really? And then we had a whole conversation about what's your favorite. So Vivek Clico is my favorite, but I'm not spending $160 every weekend for 2 bottles of champagne. So I found a little $20 champagne that I like, and that's what I buy for the weekend. But I have other champagne, right? Or I'll buy other champagne when my weekend laying on sofa watching Netflix ain't $100 bottle of champagne. However, this motherfucker sent me the picture of his wine fridge. And there were like 30 bottles of Moet. And not the $60 Moet, like the white ones, like real. I want to go over and lay on his sofa and watch Netflix, drink up all his shit. So that was interesting. And champagne is low calories. I'm going to try to get to. Okay, so that's 1, 2. Who's 3? Oh, 3 I started talking to today. Lives in the next town over. Great conversation. Also very tall. And a partner at a law firm. And we just started talking today. So those are the only 3 people that I'm talking to. And I'm going on my first date tomorrow. So with that all being said, how did I start talking to the 3 of them? And we just talked about my deal breakers and what makes me say yes or what makes me respond to messages. I posted the other day that there were so many things that I stopped doing that I needed to do. I am registered for school. Yay! I've got 5 assignments that I need to do for classes that I withdrew from because I withdrew after, like, right at finals. So my school is making some accommodations for me to get the credits that I wouldn't have gotten. But because I was so fucking far into the semester, and I've paid for these classes. So I have 5 assignments to do, and I've completed 2 of them. It was apply for school, do that. I'm going to change my concentration. So I'm waiting for a copy of a transcript to apply for this licensure. I have gained, y'all can say the fuck y'all want. I have gained about 12 pounds. Thank you, Linnea. You can leave that right there. I've gained about 12 pounds, and all 12 of the motherfucking pounds is in my belly. And I know that you don't wake up 50 pounds overweight. You wake up 12 pounds overweight and you don't do anything about it. And now the fuck, I can't fit my clothes. I'm not allowing that to happen. So this is all going to tie into dating. So today was my second day of my 30-day ab challenge. And I need to tell you that my abs hurt like shit. So I posted the little white lady that I'm following in the morning. The workout is only 15 minutes. It is 2 sets of these leg raises and crunches. 2 sets of 3 sets of each. These leg crunches and leg lifts. Motherfucking burpees. Do you know how hard it is to do a burpee? Y'all remember I was a Zumba instructor. I was fit as fuck. Do you know? Would you like to see? You don't want to see. I look like a fucking walrus in this bitch trying to do a goddamn burpee. 3 sets of burpees and 3 sets of these oblique planks. So you plank and then you got to touch your heel out. So I did. That was the first day. I came back like that, right? So today is my second day doing that. And I'm going to do that for the next 30 days. I am also going to get back to Pilates. I'm going to call my Pilates studio. Do you know I've been paying almost $300 a month? $300 a month for my Pilates membership. And I have not been since before my fire. I've given those people $2,000 and have not done one fucking session, right? So I'm going to resume Pilates, continue my 30-day ab challenge. I want to go and walk with my fitness family. So that's Sunday mornings at 7 o'clock in Baltimore. I have to get back to that because between Pilates and walking with them, I can then resume running. I'm going to register for a 5K. Today I bought a fat burner, right? I started taking it today. And tomorrow I'm going to start intermittent fasting. I'm doing the 16 and 8, and I start tomorrow. I'm really, really excited about getting back. And someone asked, how do you start? How do you get back on track? One, your dreams, goals, and aspirations should be the most important thing to you, right? And when you take a moment to sit back and look at where you are and what you're doing, I'm checking the time, 9:10, where you are and what you're doing, and then gauge how far you are away from meeting your goals. If that's not disheartening enough to you to get back into what it is, you're not important enough to you. I have said many times that being worthy, being valuable, being enough are not cliches. Like being worthy is not something you say, it's something you display, right? So if I believe that I am worthy, I am valuable, and I am enough, why am I not doing everything that I need to do for myself to meet my goals? So that was a real eye opener for me. And then a bigger eye opener is if you are not with someone that pushes you to be the best version of yourself, that's not your person. If you have articulated to your person what it is that you want to do, where you want to go, what you like to achieve, and that person isn't rah, 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 why haven't you? Hey, I thought you said you were going to do this. It's not your person. And it's not that they don't want you to succeed or meet your goals, but they ain't got their own dreams, goals, and aspirations. So, and nobody's ever supported them for theirs. And women, we are the biggest fucking blinded people that see other people's potential. That's the most cockamamie bullshit that we can say. We date these people. We stay in these relationships. We pick the same person with different faces off of potential. Whose potential? It's not potential if they don't see it. It's not potential if they're not walking in it. It's not potential if it's not what they're trying to do for themselves. If it's what you are forcing upon them, it's what you are saying that they should do. If you are paying for, you are leading and guiding someone to do these things, that's not their fucking potential. That's who you want that person to be. And people will not ever be who you want them to be. You are always, I am talking to me. I can't see none of y'all. Erica, you will always get who you meet. And you, Erica, need to trust and believe the person that you meet may never make a decision to do anything different than what they're doing right now. So it's up to you, Erica, to decide if this person that you meet right here in this situation, the way they are, because there's no guarantee that they will ever do anything to do anything different, is that where you want to be? And if that's where you want to be, why? Why do you want to be there if you are worthy, valuable, and enough? If these are your dreams, goals, and aspirations, and this person is here, why are you there? What you'll never see, Erica, is a pigeon hanging out with an eagle. Ever seen it? An eagle will never stop soaring and swoop down to hang out with a fucking pigeon. Ever. Ever. Don't stop soaring, Erica, and swoop down. Why are we swooping down? Because sometimes we get tired of soaring by ourselves. Sometimes we get tired of soaring by ourselves. It gets lonely at the top for a reason. Because everyone doesn't deserve to be here. So it's not until I embrace being worthy, valuable, and enough to stay here even when it gets lonely, even when my wings get tired, even when I lose direction, I can't swoop down. So those that want to know how you get back on track and how you get back to being you, the you that you believe that you are on good days. You not the negative self-talk you. Being worthy is not what I say. Being worthy is what I display. So if I believe that I am worthy, I am valuable, I am enough, I even fucking stop compromising. It ain't always about settling. Because when the truth is told, I compromise when I get tired of soaring. So what I've found out is I've not had enough energy and emotion and effort to dive in and date them all. Thank you, boo. 'Cause my wings ain't tired. I don't have the time, effort, or energy to keep swooping. So Mr. IT, Martha's Vineyard, and the partner, they can meet me here because this week, okay? This week, because getting back to you is not this blinders on. I'm always going to be making the right decision. I'm always going to be doing what's best for me. I'm always going to be feeling good about myself. That ain't life. So this week, I ain't got the energy to swoop. Catch me on a bad day. Y'all, that's real fucking life. So what I'm doing in this picking up the pieces, because that's what happens. Every time we swoop, lose another fucking piece, man. Every time I compromise, I lose a piece. Every time I settle, I lose a piece. And then I find myself picking up my pieces. But there's joy in that. There is pride in that. There is success in that. Because you can swoop down, fall with the motherfucking pigeons, get comfortable, stay down there, start pecking and hanging out in Lexington Market, waiting for somebody to drop a chicken bone. You can fuck with pigeons and stay stuck. You can. You can. So if you have gotten tired, if you've lost direction, if you're lonely up there and you found yourself down here, pick up your pieces. So my challenge for each of you, what you saw the other day was the list of things I needed to do to begin picking up the pieces to get back to me. So I'm registered in school and I stayed up until 4 a.m. with my laptop finishing assignments. And I'm doing the 30-day ab challenge. And I'm starting fasting tomorrow. And I'm going to Pilates. And Martha's Vineyard, he says, do you ever hike? And I said, well, I do trails with my walking group on. He goes, no, like hike. I'm sorry, that wasn't Martha's Vineyard. That was Mr. IT. Mr. IT asked me to hike, and he says that he's a part of a hiking group that they hit some, pretty intense trails. They have some beginning trails, but there's some rock climbing involved, and you would love it. And I thought, I want to fucking hike. And then that reminded me, because you'll forget lessons, you'll forget shit that you've told yourself, that I need to surround myself with people that have as much or more. And I'm not talking about material. I'm not talking only about material. I need to surround myself with people that have as much or more than I have, because that motivates me to do more. So a new deal breaker for me is men that aren't active, men that don't work out. Because if you are active and you're with the motherfucker that does not do anything, guess what the fuck you're gonna do? You're gonna wake up with a 12-pound fucking tire around your waist, Erica. I want to wear goddamn crop top. I got $12,000 titties and a belly. The math ain't mathing. I'm so mad at this stomach. I can pinch like 2 inches. I'm so mad about it. Get fucking mad. Get mad. Get mad at you, Erica. Get mad at you, people watching. So, where we at? Time good? Great. Look at us. I rambled and I talked about dating and our topic. So, challenge. Let's get back. My list that I made, I need you to make a list of all the things that you should be doing. All the things that you want to do, right? At the top of your list, I need you to put a goal, right? You saw Erica, Lene, Alston, Buck, comma, LCPC, PhD. What? What? Elemental P, bitch. And guess, you know why? You know why I'm in school and why that's my goal? Because when cameras are in my face and reporters are asking me about violence and social issues and addiction, I want my response to be empirical fucking data. I want my response to include quantitative data, statistics. I want to quantify my responses. I don't want what I say to the world about what I'm passionate in to just be what I believe or what I think. This isn't for anyone else. This is not for validation. It might be for a vanity plate, because my motherfucking tag is going to say Dr. EAB. Let me put that on my list. I'm putting that on my list tonight. Vanity license plate, Dr. EAB. That's for me. That's because of the work that I do. I'm so passionate about, and I really want my work to be impactful, right? I want what I do to make reportable outcomes and fucking revolutionary, like real changes in people's lives. And not based on what I think, or what I believe, but what I know, right? So I need you to put your goal. And then, so my goal weight is 125 pounds. I love 125. I weigh 140 fucking, you know when I weighed 140 pounds? I was 9 months pregnant. 3 times I've weighed 140 pounds. And I had a whole other person in my belly. I'm not comfortable. You need to be uncomfortable. We don't make changes until we get uncomfortable. Katrine. So make your list. But at the top of your list, put your goals. And I need your list to include 10 things. 10 things that you want to get back to doing. And 10 things that you want to get back to doing, and new things that you want to start, right? We got 6 months left. We're in the second end of the year. Like, fuck wait until December 31st to make New Year's resolutions. Let's get through this. I'll weigh 125 pounds by my birthday. My birthday is December 26th. I'm absolutely going to do that before then, but that's realistic, right? So make realistic goals, make obtainable goals, like smart goals, right? Realistic and obtainable. Don't go. I'm not going to have my PhD, and like I've given myself till 60. That's obtainable. I want it by 55, right? A flat stomach is the goal. Yes, baby. And my abs hurt. They hurt, so it's working. But I can't stop. Martha's Vineyard. All right. So that's where I am. I'm on 2 dating apps, Match.com and Facebook Dating. My profile is fucking gorgeous. Like, I would want to date me. And what I wrote is engaging and refreshing. That's what I get. Oh, your profile is so refreshing. Yes, it worked. I'll go out to dinner with Martha's Vineyard tomorrow. I'll let you know next week if I like him or not. I'll fill you in on Mr. IT. He's not asked me out yet. And I'm still on the fence about partner. But that's what I'm doing. I'm picking up the pieces, getting back to me, and I'm dating them all, sis. So glad you guys are here tonight. So also I'm thinking about the extra room that I have downstairs. I think I might make that like a workout space. Yeah, this is bringing tear smiles because I'm getting a revelation. Let's go, baby. I'm glad y'all were here. Facebook dating is exhausting. All them fucking apps exhausting, baby. But if it ain't hard, it ain't worth it. We gotta do the work. Shit, if it was easy, we'd all be married right now, baby. Oh, I am. Good night. See you guys next Sunday, 8:30 for Through the Fire, Date 'Em All Sis, whatever the fuck I'm feeling that week. All right? Pick up the pieces, make your list, set your goals, do that shit. Bye.